if you're spending your holidays or Christmas or festivities or any sort of occasion that is heavily narrated as being family orientated, so Christmas, whatever celebration you are in, and you're supposed to, according to our heteronormative narrative of popular society, or basically capitalism, like tries to sell you this idea of family. Now there's many of us that do not have a family, so for different reasons, that like maybe our parents died, maybe we have a terrible relationship with our family, and it doesn't help us, it makes it more difficult, or there's so many reasons, like you're living abroad, or there's so many different, or I was sick last year, so due to COVID related issues, I isolated myself to make sure that I don't make anybody sick, and it's pretty obvious. So I just found myself spending Christmas. To me, it doesn't mean anything, so I was never a Christian. And even when I was Christian, I was told that it was a heathen tradition that was taken over by Christians by my priest. So he was open enough to tell me the honest truth at 12 years of age. And so Christmas always to me was a capitalistic venture. Personally, I had terrible experiences at Christmas. I loved Christmas, I loved presents, I loved giving presents. I spent months in advance trying to think of what would be a nice gift for my loved ones. I didn't particularly enjoy our family version of Christmas because my mother would always stir some sort of drama, so there'd always be a fight. It'll always end up being a fight. So as soon as I was old enough to be by myself for Christmas, I celebrated the fact that I do not celebrate Christmas. So I have anti-Christmas. I don't cook big meals. I don't spend all my day in the kitchen. And to me, it's one of the most fun times of the year when everybody's busy doing their things and being festive. And then I'm finally at peace and I can do whatever I want, and there's no pressure, there's no expectations, there's no keeping up appearances, no buying fancy clothing for some party. It's just nothing. And to me, it's fun. I enjoy time by myself. Krishnamurti speaks about being all one. So you whole, you all you ever need. So you are you're a closed system. You don't need anything from the outside. When something from the outside comes, it's fun, yes, but you by yourself, you're whole, you're one. You accept yourself for who you actually are, and accept the situation that maybe you're far away from your family, or your families are people that you do not want to spend time with. To me, there's no issue of loneliness because I enjoy the solitude. However, as I walk down the street, I commonly notice how miserable people seem at Christmas, and it's obvious that many people walking alone, they don't look very happy. They look like they're missing out on something, and this upsets me because it's only a narrative, it's only an idea, it's only a belief. In reality, most of us do not have a family, and if we do have a family, it's not like it's the picture postcard version of a family that or the adverts or the family movies or that fake Hollywood idea of life. It's not a reality. Many of us choose not to be with our family. Many of us have been excluded from our family. There's many different reasons why we are alone at Christmas, and being alone is nothing bad. I feel guilt, I'm almost angry at our narrative for making us feel that way. There's no reason to feel bad that you're by yourself. There's no need for loneliness. There's no sense of I'm wrong being alone and I'm supposed to be with my family. This is an idea, this is an ideology, this is something that we want to believe in. And if you have a family and you have a lovely time with your family, good on you, like I'm happy for you that you're having this, but you probably won't be watching this video. Anyway, lots of people are lonely, and I'm just trying to say that actually when you re-narrate it in your head and go like, oh my god, I finally got time all by myself, so I can do drawing, painting, baking, I can do whatever the hell I want. Like anything that's a creative endeavor, physical meditation, anything like that, anything in the present moment will completely eliminate any idea that you may have had that you're supposed to have a family, that you're supposed to be with someone, that you're supposed to share this with your loved ones. Like, it's just an idea to sell presents. Most of the idea we get is from adverts. So like it's just a nonsensical idea that makes most of us unhappy and feel like we're supposed to be with someone. That's all I wanted to say. Like, as soon as you see, like, if you ignore that idea of family and accept that you don't have a family right now, is it because you're living somewhere else, or they died, or you don't want to be with them because they excluded you from the family, or because they're toxic, or whatever the reason may be? If you find yourself by yourself, by yourself, or one, it's the perfect time to accept yourself for who you actually are, the perfect time to accept the situation as it is, and the perfect time to rejoice at your solitude. Rejoice that, we're born alone, die alone. This is life. And those are all ideas that are like tantalizing us. Everybody's chasing them, but what it's actually doing is making more of us unhappy. And I just want to tell you that I've spent the last 4 years by myself at Christmas on purpose. And even if it wouldn't have been on purpose, I would have been fine with it, because it doesn't mean anything anymore. It's not an idea that I should be with my family. Maybe it's a little bit has to do with the fact that I escaped my family because they're rather toxic. So every time I'm by myself and I don't have my mum screaming like ingredient orders at me and cleaning up in panic because somebody's coming, and getting dissed for the way that I'm dressing, or my makeup's not perfect or whatever. like to me it's just peace now. So I'm really happy to be away from that drama. My family is like a little bit different, I'm sorry, but like many of us have toxic families, so you know what I'm talking about. And all I'm trying to say is, like, popular culture is narrating happy family, happy family, happy family. But like, what about all the single mums? What about all the homosexual couples that don't choose not to have children? There's so many people that do not fit this idea. So why should we make this random idea of perfection that doesn't even exist weigh us down, really include it into our own narrative? So there's no need, like, born alone, die alone. So as soon as you are comfortable with yourself, as soon as you are happy to accept yourself for who you actually are, you'll understand, because spending time by yourself is, you're gonna have to do it for the rest of your life. Like, yes, there'll be partners along the way, but basically, born alone, die alone. Like, and we have friends, yes, they come and go. Many of my friends have died, and this is life. and you have to be comfortable by yourself, with yourself, accept yourself for who you actually are. Not who you believe you are, not who you want to be, not who your parents want you to turn out to be, who you actually are. It's humble, it's simple, it's it means stopping running from your deepest, darkest fears that you're trying to hide, like whatever little aspect of your character you don't think is perfect, and that's why you're hiding it. It's about this, it's about facing this and accepting it. And as soon as you can totally accept yourself for who you actually are, then there's no need to believe in any of those fantasy ideas that popular culture is re-narrating to us all the time. So, much love to you. Like, if you're feeling lonely, it's a normal thing. But I'm trying to say, like, being alone is what we have to face. As soon as you face being alone and you're happy by yourself, none of this can affect you anymore. And you'll never feel lonely again in your life. And the funny thing is, this is as soon as you're comfortable with yourself, for some reason, that comfort is attractive to other people. So you then, in a more natural, more easygoing way, you will then interact with more people if you just moved or whatever. If you just get out there and like slowly, you'll grow into this. And in the end, you have to live with yourself all your life. So it's just the way it is sometimes, and the less we let the ideas bother us, the happier we will be in life. So this is my anti-Christmas message. It doesn't mean anything, it's just another day of the year, just like New Year's Eve and everything else. I don't know if this is the things that I grew up with. I don't know where you're from. You probably have similar events where they talk about family a lot, and not all of us have the good fortune to have a nice family to go home to, or a good family, or respectful family, let's say like that. Anyway, much love to you, and don't worry about it. Like, just do something fun. Do something that you couldn't do when your mum was watching. And like, enjoy yourself. Like, life is, like, you're still alive, and that's all that matters. And if you're alone, like, there's benefits to it as well. If you drop the idea of being lonely, we'll see all the good things that we can then do by ourselves. Anyway, much love, and talk to you soon. One love.